apart the Stihl 050 AV. This thing is getting bar oil in the bottom of the engine, causing it to be locked up. So I've actually never tore one of these apart before to see exactly what's going on, so that's what we're going to do today. There's the inside of the bar cover. A big old clutch. Top cover, throttle linkage, the old 050 carburetor. Alright, never split one of these in half, so we're going to have to figure out how that works. Here's the old fuel line. Looks like we got a bolt on the side of the handle here. That doesn't look stock. Somebody added that carriage bolt. It's got some bushings down here on the base of the handle. Usually Stihls are Torx, but either that's rounded out Torx or that's Allen head. We'll find out here in a sec. This is a Stihl 050 AV. I believe the seal's bad, separating the crankcase from the bar oil. So we're going to take this thing apart and see exactly what's failed inside it. Because right now it's hydro-locked, I guess is what you'd call it. Can't turn it over because the top of the piston is full of bar oil. Now they are Torx. Not too bad a shape. Let's get a rag. Try to keep things separated here. a big old rubber isolator, anti-vibration back in the day they had going on. Pretty cool. Alright, here's the handle off the old girl. Now, let's try to figure out how to get this top handle off of here, or this top cover piece. Looks like there's a screw. That sucker's tight. There we go. There we go. Couple big old isolator bushings, anti-vibration stuff. There's the top of the saw. I believe this is an adjustable oiler right here. So that's kind of a cool feature back in the day. I think that's what that is. I'm not 100% sure. The handle, yeah, there's a plus minus deal. So more oil, less oil. It's kind of neat. All right. Grab some tools here. Looks like we got a bolt on top of this. Oh, it's 3/8. No, is that right? Like 7/16? No. I guess it might be a 10 mil, huh? It sure is. Metric stuff. You know, this could be a factory bolt. I know I said earlier the handle bolt, that carriage bolt, didn't look stock, but here's another one. So maybe that's what they did. Hard to say. But look how this saw is built compared to the new stuff. I mean, simple-ish, and just heavy duty. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna roll this thing out of here. Yeah, there's your top isolator. Just everything about it's just built right. Looks like we got a little side cover here. That one was loose. Little shroud. It's kind of cool. Little exhaust cover. Made of magnesium. That's pretty cool. Alright, now I've got this big old muffler. I'm not sure how that sucker's attached. That's where you can tear off the recoil quick. Get a better screwdriver. Bigger screwdriver. Oh, too big. I think it's pretty cool. There's people watching chainsaw stuff. Chainsaws are neat. They're a good hobby. Kind of surprising. Those are pretty small screws to hold that big cover on. Got a couple screws on this side. Another small screw. This one's down in a recessed hole, so might have to go with a little bit smaller screwdriver. Uh-oh. This one's full of dirt. Grab a blowgun. That one doesn't want to give up. Just got to find the right screwdriver to bite. There we go. Okay. There's your Stihl 050 AV recoil and fuel tank. It's all kind of built into one. So that's pretty neat. Just built right, I guess. It looks like there's a seal between the recoil / tank. Should be able to service that seal, I suppose. There's some screws in here. So that's pretty cool. All right, now we're getting to the beast. Big old flywheel. Now we can see our top end. I mean, looking at this saw runs downhill. I mean, spark plugs on the backside. That thing just, you know, instead of your traditional up and down, it's got fuel coming in from the top side. It's igniting down here. It's crazy. These things just don't flood out just by looking at them. But this one really didn't have any problems till it started getting bar oil down inside here. So the bar oil's up front, and there's got to be a gasket in between. Yep, this is a Stihl 050. I don't remember if I put bar oil in here or not. No, it's about empty. So we just got to figure out how to split this guy so we can see how it's getting bar oil down inside the jug. Pull this plug quick. Yeah, so there's a plug covered in bar oil. I don't know if it'll leak out or not. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that wild? That is bar oil inside the engine. So now it should turn over. Yep. Yeah, it just, you put bar oil in this saw, it just goes right to the jug. I gotta figure out how. I mean, it still runs fine as long as you don't put bar oil in it. You put bar oil in it, it's gonna hydro lock. It's a pretty irritating problem. So we're gonna take this off quick. So all clutches are reverse thread. So righty is loosey on these things. I don't know if I'm gonna have to take that off because right now it's not wanting to come off. I don't want to booger up those threads. Put that back on here. Smack a little harder. So you just want to get her flush. Give her a little tap by applying pressure. A little higher. clutch is not moving. So we're going to skip that part. Keep tearing apart other stuff. So it looks like the bar cover studs are holding on this metal plate. That gave us some holes here. One. I don't know if this flywheel has to come off or not. I think it's going to. Looks like this handle could be split. Uh-oh, look at that. That crazy setup. Clutch and the springs just came on out. Looks like they're just kind of, we got bar oil all over them, but hey, you just build them, you just build it. That's kind of cool. Huh. Learned something there. Old school style. That's different. Go to the flywheel side. Got stupid bar oil on my hands. That's stuck in the socket. There we go. Yeah, it's stuck. Get this coil off of here quick. That coil's mounted in 3 spots. Your new Stihls are only mounted in 2. I've never actually seen a clutch set up like that. I've never worked on one, I guess. I've seen them, I've never had them apart. It looks like we got the ground going through the mount right there. Coil. Now let's see how hard this flywheel is going to fight us. Hopefully not too hard. It's moving. Don't want to break the flywheel or the jug or the case. Sometimes you get a little pressure on it, and she'll give up. Oh, the sounds of cracking. This is where we put that nut back on, and we'll give her a couple taps. All right, that's partially back on. Grab a punch. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna wedge a screwdriver underneath the flywheel, put a little pressure on it. She'll let me. No, it's not wanting to give it up. Now there's flywheel pullers for these things. I don't have one. So we're going to make the best of what we do have. That's a hammer. Take this cup off of here. It's actually missing a screw. I wonder where that went. Either someone's been in this saw before and forgot it, or it chucked it out and ate it. Years ago, probably. Drop the screw. You guys probably won't be able to see this, but down in here are your points. She's got points. So, pretty cool old saw. I'd like to be able to get this flywheel off of here without breaking anything. Put a little pressure on it. A little twist. It's got a keyway on that flywheel. That's what I'm stuck on right now. The good news is the flywheel has moved. Bad news is it ain't moved enough. Sucker just don't want to give it up, does it? Before I break anything, I might have to do some research on how to get that flywheel off. Because that'll be a flywheel that'll be really hard to replace. I'm guessing. Get back to figuring out how to split this. Same goes for this clutch. Not sure if you need a special puller for that clutch or not. This is all foreign to me. Almost looks like this. Threaded on there too. I don't see a keyway on that part. No. No keyway on this part either, so I think it's just stuck. Let's keep tearing other stuff apart to see if we can get lucky, leave some stuff on. All right. Looks like we got another screw on this side. There's the back part of the handle. Came off all right. Now it exposes the top of the piston. There's our decompression valve. That's pretty neat. Big old muffler. Grab an extension. So we'll get this muffler pulled off of here quick. There's one muffler screw. Get this other one off of here. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. Oh, there she came. I feel like I was trying to round off. That big old muffler. Stihl 050. All one piece, no split. Just a tank of a muffler for a chainsaw. But down in here you can just see bar oil. Tons of bar oil getting on top of that piston. It's wild. Hey, look at that. Flywheel fell off. Mint. No rhyme or reason why. There you go. Just needed some gravity, I guess. Huh. It's almost comical. All right. For that, I'll show the points. on the old girl. Comes around. Pretty neat. The flywheel acts as a cam. There you go. Bumps that point set. Stihl stuff. There's your condenser. There's your points. So yeah. Now we just got to figure out how bar oil is getting to the top of this. Just crazy. So there's got to be a gasket. So here is the bar oil tank. You know, the engine sits here. Down here's the crank of the case. So somehow this bar oil is getting in the crank up on top of the piston, causing a tighter lock. Very odd. I really didn't want to split the case as a whole, because then you start disturbing the crank seals. I guess I didn't know what I was expecting when I started tearing this apart, to be honest with you. How to keep this from getting into there. I got to figure out how this comes off too. So a lot of unknowns right now. I'm actually at a point where I might need to look up a manual on where the gasket lives and the procedure of taking it apart. I just kind of winged it. Figured we start tearing stuff apart, but I like this saw, and I don't want to break anything or tear more than I have to apart, so we might just call it quits for right now until I get a better grasp of what I need to tear apart on how to fix this. So I appreciate everybody tuning in on how to tear apart a Stihl 050 AV. That's as far as we've got. I'll come back once I figure it out. Come back and show you guys how to do it right. Because right now we've just been tearing. We may have tore more apart than we should have. Don't know. I got a feeling I got to split this whole case, which means new crank seals, new gasket to isolate the bar oil tank from the bottom of the crank. But man, that being said, I've ran this with no bar oil in it, cap off, and the thing still ran great. So you'd think with that kind of air getting in there, it wouldn't idle, but it did. So I don't know. We'll be back. I won't let you guys hanging. I won't leave you guys hanging. We'll figure this one out together. But I'm gonna call it for right now and do some research. Have a good one.